Here's an emotional piece about two ladies named Carrie Mae Dephardt and Stalker McGee. Click on the link next to this. Follow along. Make sure I'm reading this right. What is it about Carrie Mae Dephardt? I know she comes from a darker side just across the railroad tracks. While others are busy looking down at her, I'm simply infatuated by her mystic sorceress charms. There are, of course, those black shiny boots with the silver spurs that move in time with the music inside her head. And using a Pied Piper technique, somehow her hips and free-flowing hair keep independently synchronized. Her snowflake quips are light and innocent when left to land and merely melt. But when they drift together, they concoct a compelling potion too powerful for ordinary resistance. One after one, those words roll off her lips and snowball down toward me exclusively. They are magnificent, a magnetic attraction to which I am victim. There was a time when we laid together and I breathed her breath, caging the very essence of her soul within me. Day after day I prayed she'd seek my shoulder to cry on or to carry her burden. But when night finally fell, the beautiful beast up and left me, bleeding. She never was equipped to take on prisoners, so she cracked her whip toward the exit and vanished in a whisper. And even though she renders me no more significant than a yawn at sunset, I miss her. I still hear the howling and envision her silhouette, the haunting image of a fire-red Mustang chained to the stake through my heart, and her twisting emotions of leather remain, wind-blown and scattered to all the corners of my consciousness. Carrie Mae Dephardt is my phantom pain, to which there is no cure. I readily admit the chokehold she has is irrational, as is my resignation to her emotional dominance. Clearly, it is desperation that holds my reins of hope tied directly to her unlikely acceptance. As I think about it, those psychological shackles are no more or less restricting than the ones applied by my very own sycophant. Let's call her Stalker McGee. It was some time ago now that the curse began, her attraction to me, that is. She approached as a stray little kitten, and as our paths crossed, she brushed my leg and purred just below my awareness. She flew undetected past my superficial radar gun. Her camouflage plumage was void of any and all the elements I find alluring. I was indifferent toward her, but remained polite. I was banking on her bolting due to her expected fleeting level of addiction. Instead, she lingered, gradually gaining my confidence with a light-hearted, casual banter, which too soon became mundane, lacking in any kind of substance that would sustain my interest. She hovered over me, a black umbrella with a hole in it. The steady drip, drip, drip of her presence formed beads of liquid that rolled down my nose and into my space, attacking my nerves. On occasion I caught her tailgating, her bright lights filling my mirror and blinding my view to anything else. Her persistence grew, a lapdog nipping at my heels and wearing out my patience, and grew some more, a guard dog warding off my friends and scarring my social reputation. When McGee finally got her claws in me, she wouldn't let go, and everywhere I am, she lurks. She's a cobra now, hanging above my door, peering into my window, waiting for the perfect opportunity to wrap her ever-loving arms around my neck. She's even there waiting when my bus arrives, offering to give me a ride in her crashed-up automobile. I swear, I never did do something to encourage this kind of behavior. They say there is no hope if you can't see options. I'm optimistic. I gaze into the crystal ball, looking for another side. I contemplate, sort, and categorize all the available options, And in the end I settle on two awfully good ones, homicide or suicide. Now I ask you, what's worse than that?